Welcome to Winging It. We're playing Arkham Horror the card game today. This is Mandy and Tony on their side of the Dream Eaters. This is the Waking side. You can look in the links below to see the deck upgrades that I made going into this scenario, 1,000 Shapes of Horror. This is the second scenario on the Waking side. So, without further ado, let's jump in and go to the action. Tony will, first of all, we'll give him some bounties because he gets 6 bounties. Okay, and then we will draw up 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we will get rid of his 2 weaknesses. Well, this is already going lucky. Alright, we got a Derringer, so we got a way to fight. We got an easy mark for cash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I think we want to keep the Vicious Blow, because that's a way to fight. I don't think we care about... do we care about making lots of resources? I'd rather just get the easy mark and get some draw. So we'll toss these 2 cards away. We'll keep the Vicious Blow, the easy mark, and the Derringer. I don't mind playing the easy mark just by itself without a second copy. Intel Report would be good for actually picking up some resources and or some clues and take the initiative. So, not a bad hand. Shuffle that back in, along with our weaknesses. And because we have 1 copy of Studious, Mandy gets to draw up 6 cards. We're going to be looking for anything that will allow her to draw cards. Kind of, obviously Mr. Rook. We got a huge deck of like 45 cards, something like that. So we're looking for things that will give us searches. Alright, so, well, deduction's good. We definitely don't want the occult, or the occult evidence. I've got a plan. Segment of Onyx. Wow. None of this is really what we want. I'm actually going to go ahead and throw back the Segment of Onyx because I feel like things that will search are probably better than having it. I think I'm going to throw away... I've got a plan because Tony can fight. We're going to keep the Soul Deduction just so we can get some clue acceleration. And we'll draw up another 5 cards. So, I may regret tossing that Segment of Onyx. You know what? I'm actually going to just keep it. It's so good. So we'll drop 4 cards. Hopefully we'll get something that will allow us to search. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Oh, and Mr. Rook will allow us to search. Look what I found. Will allow us to fail test. And Eureka will allow us to search. Okay, excellent. Great. Alright. Let's look at the, so the reason that we're here is they are with Randolph Carter, and they are looking for a key to get into the Dreamlands because they are worried about something in the Dreamlands merging with the waking world, and it's a bunch of spiders, and it does not seem like a good idea. So that's what they are here to do. So Agenda 1 is the house with no name. The house that Randolph calls the unnameable is not much to look at. The rundown 17th century building has been abandoned for decades and has fallen into disrepair. Its doors scratched and pitted. Most of the window panes are shattered and rats crawl around the foundations. This feels like a place I visited recently in the secret name. Okay, Act 1 is Searching the Unnameable. You're not exactly sure what you're meant to find inside the old house, but Randolph insists that you need to locate the key. Seems like you have no choice but to search the house and see what you can turn up. Objective: explore the house to find a way into the Dreamlands. You need to find and complete an objective on another scenario card to advance. Okay. So I'm going to have Mandy go first because she is going to... Well, actually, I guess let's look at this first location, which is the burial ground. And it's a 4-shroud, 2-clue location. Victory point 1. Each ghoul enemy drawn spawns at the burial ground instead of its normal location. Free trigger. Investors at the burial ground spend 2 clues as a group. Remember that the investigators notice the missing bones. All right, so Mandy is going to go first. She is going to spend 3 resources to put out Mr. Rook with his 3 secrets. Now, there is a chance that we could draw an enemy, so I think I want to Mr. Rook at the end. So we are going to go ahead and commit deduction and Eureka to this test. So we are up by 3. Actually, do we want to do the Eureka? Yeah, we'll do the Eureka. Okay, that is -2. If you fail, you must either place one of your clues in your application or take 1 damage when we do not fail. So this is a thing to keep in mind, that we have extra Elder Things in the token because we sent the cat to the other side. So we already got these 2 clues here, and Eureka is going to allow us to search. I'm going to go ahead and go 6 deep. See if we can find something worth keeping. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, what have we got? Well, Pathfinder would be nice. That is worth getting down right away, isn't it? It is. All right. So yeah, we will grab Pathfinder. We get it done next turn, I guess. Okay, so we did action 1 was to Mr. Rook. Action 2 was to investigate. Action 3, I think we're going to move in. Actually, we'll go ahead and we'll spend these 2 clues to do the trigger, and we'll just put a little marker here to say that we've done it. So we have noticed the missing bones. All right, so her last action, she will move in to the front porch, which is 2 shroud, 2 clues. There is a free trigger if the investigators in the entryway spend 2 clues as a group or reveal the upstairs hallway. Or there's a free trigger if the unnameable has 2 or more damage on it. Smoke trails off the creature, leading to a tomb near the center of the cemetery outside. Put the set aside unmarked tomb location into play. There's no victory points here. So actually, given that I already used her search capability this turn, I think I'm going to wait in Mr. Rook next turn so I can go deeper. I'm really just expecting to hit her weakness and, cancel whatever it is I'm doing. But, I guess I'd rather do it next turn. I can go ahead and get, this Derringer out for Tony. And I don't know that he's got like a lot of other stuff he wants to do, so he can start just drawing cards. But I think I will draw a card, move, and play the Derringer. Seems like a good plan. So he'll draw a card, which is going to be, reliable. I don't want to put the reliable on the Derringer because I only have 3 shots with it. But if I manage to draw the Switchblade, then I'll be in good shape. So he'll move here. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and spend 3 to play the Derringer. With 3 ammo on it. Alright, so let's do upkeep. Tony will draw. Oh, there's the Switchblade. Okay, well. Wah wah. 3 resources. There actually is a good thing about having the Derringer out, though. There's a weakness that can potentially disable. I think it's in this scenario. Disable like your highest cost asset, and so putting it on the Derringer, would be pretty nice. All right. So Mandy is going to get. Still, she's got a plan. Don't think we're going to be using that anytime soon. All right, we are at 1 and 5 do. And then Tony is going to get. Okay. So this is, put Deceptive Memories into playing in your threat area. After another card enters your threat area, choose and discard 1 card from your hand. There's 3 willpower. If you succeed, discard Deceptive Memories. All right. So, that is kind of unfortunate. because we can take the initiative, which just get us to 4v3. Well, actually, Mandy can do it. So, yeah, she could do it. All right. Yeah, Mandy's going to get indescribable apparition. Put indescribable apparition into play in your threat area. You get -1 to each of your skills while the unnameable is at your location. You take 2 actions to discard the indescribable apparition. So, all right. So they can probably help each other out here. All right. So I think she'll go ahead and Mr. Rook, and we're gonna go extra deep because we would like to hit her weakness and just get it done. So she's gonna go 12 cards deep with Mr. Rook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got through the gates. What would that hit? Shortcut, I'm okay with that. And we did not get our weakness. So we could grab a clue. Did we get an astounding revelation? Well, we got the segment of onyx. I think we'll go ahead and grab it. And then we got 2 of those. Okay. And we'll go ahead and we'll grab her occult evidence since we didn't get an astounding revelation. And of course we have to draw through the gates, which which removes shortcut from the game. A little bit unfortunate because that can be a good card later. We'll find the other shortcut and remove it from the game. Okay, she did get this clue because of called evidence is there. So she's got a couple actions here. We are going to go ahead and try to test the deceptive memories. So she'll spend unexpected courage. She's at 3, 4, 5. Beat 2. Or to beat 3. This is our first action. Okay, -1. Okay, our first action. Second action. We got 2 segments of onyx already, which is great. We will spend. We'll go ahead and investigate. We're at 5v2. Okay, we fail. Third action, I guess. We will investigate again. 5v2. Okay, -2. We got the clue. So we could spend these 2 clues, which I guess we'll go ahead and do. There's no reason not to. Go ahead and reveal the upstairs. So we don't move to it, right? We just reveal it. Okay, so the upstairs is a 2 shroud, 0 clue. You can spend 2 clues to put aside the set aside attic location into play. Okay, so it is now Tony's turn. I think I'm going to go ahead and play this easy mark, even though I don't have another one. Do I really need the resources? Well, I could buy clues. I could just take a resource and not worry so much about the easy mark. I think, yeah, we can hold off waiting to draw another one. I've got this intel report that I'm thinking I would like to play, but I don't need to worry about it right now. He's going to take 2 actions to clear this indescribable apparition. And I think we'll take a resource just so that we can still play the Switchblade if we need to, but also be able to intel report. So he'll go ahead and grab a resource. Okay. Not that I'm particularly worried about getting the Switchblade out. Alright, so it is time for upkeep. And Tony will get, ooh, a lucky cigarette case. We definitely would like to get that into play. And Mandy will grab another unexpected courage. And a resource. Should be able to Pathfinder. Alright, we're at 2 of 5 Doom. And Tony will get Secrets in the Attic. You test a 3 willpower. If you fail, take 1 horror and put Secrets in the Attic into play in the next the agenda deck. Trigger abilities and locations cannot be triggered. At the end of the round, discard 1 copy. Play. So I could go up to 5v3 with let's take the initiative, but I feel like there's worse things. This isn't that bad. Taking horror. Well, he's only got 5 horror actually, and I've got no soak. So maybe we will go ahead and just commit it now. I might regret it. But anyway, we're 2 up. Oh, we autofill. Okay, well, goodbye, take the initiative. So we take a horror, and we put this next to the agenda, and we cannot free trigger actions. Alright, and then Mandy will get locked door attached to the location with the most clues without a locked door. Well, we lucked out there. We will just put it, I think, in the upstairs hallway. Not planning on dropping clues there. Okay. So I think Tony is going to move in an intel report. Would love to have the lucky cigarette case, which we actually could play. Alright, so he's going to move in to the downstairs hallway and see what this is. Okay, yeah, it's a 4 shroud, 4 clues. There's a trigger after you successfully investigate the den. Discard 1 card from your hand, discover an additional clue at this location. Investigators then may spend 2 clues as a group to remember the investigators studied a desecrated portrait, which we do want to do. We cannot trigger this turn. Okay, so there are 4 clues here. So I want to play Intel Report, but I also want to play Lucky Cigarette Case. Yeah, so I think I will draw a card and play Lucky Cigarette Case. So he'll draw a card, and we can play Intel Report next turn. And he gets the Sleight of Hand. And then he'll spend 2 resources to play the Lucky Cigarette Case. Alright. So Mandy will spend 3 resources to put Pathfinder into play. 1, action 2, she'll Pathfinder into here. She's going to Mr. Rook, going 12 deep again. 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see if we got Understanding Revelation, but did we get her weakness? We do. Okay, so we cancel the effects of this search. We discard it. She has to draw an encounter card. But that's both of her weaknesses out. And she will draw Grip Chill, just 4 willpower, and if she fails, she has to discard an asset. Oh man. Okay, so she is at 3. She can go to 4 or 5, and she commits called evidence to be 6. So 6v4. Pretty good odds. It'd be a shame to lose a Pathfinder or Mr. Rook. It's hard to decide which one's more valuable. +1. Okay. We don't have to make that decision right now. Well, we're in good shape as far as that. We just need to pick up another way to search. All right. We've taken 1 action so far, which is to play the Pathfinder. So we are going to investigate. We're one up. Okay. So Tony will commit a sleight of hand to this. So she is 2 up now. Investigating 2 up. -3. Yuck. Okay. I think... Yeah, she'll just investigate committing. I've got a plan. Be 2 up. Oh, man. Okay. Bad draws. Okay, so that is that. We're ready, all of our stuff. Tony's going to draw. He gets another easy mark, so he's got 2 easy marks in his hand now. And Mandy will get... Oh, she draws an astounding revelation. Wah wah. So she can commit it, I guess. And she gets... Okay, we're at 3 if I do. This goes away. Tony will get Glimpse of the Underworld. Okay. He needs to get a soak out. And then we got Threads of Reality. Okay, so we have to put this onto an asset, and then we can discard an asset you control to discard Threads of Reality. So what we'll do is we'll put this on Pathfinder for now. After we use Mr. Rook, we can discard him for that. I think that can probably be the play. Okay, so I think Tony goes first. He'll discard this, taking a damage and a horror, which is a little bit unnerving. He is going to play 2 easy marks, or he'll play first easy mark. He'll draw, gain 2 resources, and draw 1 card. So he gets Tony's Long Colt. Okay, nice. And then he will do it again. Gets to do that right afterwards. He'll get 2 more resources. And draw a card. He gets another Lucky Cigarette Case. Okay. He is going to then play Intel Report for 4. And pick up 2 clues. And then I think he will spend 3 resources to put his Long Colt into play with 3 ammo on it. There's 3rd action. Okay. So Mandy will use Mr. Rook. We are going to go... we'll go 9 deep, grabbing 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sharp Vision would be good. Mr. Rook would be good. It's a quick 2 cards. Calling in Favors would also be good. Oh, okay. Astounding Revelation. We are going to take that and get... Let's see. Oh, the Hawkeye folding camera actually would be even better. Yes. Okay, we're definitely taking the Hawkeye folding camera. I think... Do I take the charge or do I take the resources? I think I want to take the resources. So we'll get those 2 resources. We'll grab Calling in Favors and the Hawkeye folding camera. Okay, so we're going to spend 2 resources to play the Hawkeye folding camera. Right here. And then we're going to investigate committing Astounding Revelation. So we are at 6v4. -1. We got the clue. And I realize this is not how this normally works, but we will discard Look What I Found as a free trigger on that to take the other clue. So now we can spend 2 clues on this, and we'll put a marker to remember that we studied the desecrated portrait. We actually could have done that before with Tony's clues, but whatever. We've gotten the victory points there. Okay, so that was her first action. Her second action is to move, and her third action is to move. And we'll take a look at this, which is going to be the library. As an additional cost to investigate library. See, this does not seem like... Yeah, that's an upstairs. So I put the upstairs. So I will shuffle these two, so I don't know which one is which. Problem of inverting the board like I have. Okay, so this one is at 2 shroud and 2 clues, and for each investigator at the parlor it gets +1 shroud, and then free trigger. If the unnameable has 4 or more damage on it, the mirror gleams naturally, revealing a glint of silver. Remember, the investigators recovered a strange key. So we just want this for the victory points, really, because I'm planning to get the key by investigation. Okay. So there are 2 clues there, and that is the end of her turn. Rook readies, and Tony will draw another long colt. Could have put them both out at once if I had waited, but I didn't want to do that because I've got the Derringer anyway. Okay, and then Mandy will draw. Crack the case. Okay, we got some economy going, which is good. We'll probably need it. Okay, 4 of 5 doom. And we get an obscuring fog. Okay, it's going to go on this location here. No, wait, this goes on Tony's location. I have blanks. Okay, nice. And then Mandy will get the Glimpse of the Underworld. Okay, that is a total nothing card. Because what she's going to do, I think she will go first. She's going to discard this, putting a damage and a horror on Mr. Rook. Then she will spend 1 resource to play Calling in Favors. And then we will look 9 cards deep. So we can grab 2. Okay, we can grab Mr. Rook and Art Student, which is what I want. I could grab this Librarian, but I do not. Reducing the cost by 3 for both of them, so we get to put them in for free. This Mr. Rook comes back to Mandy's hand. We get an Art Student who gets us a clue. We get Mr. Rook with 3 charges on. Oh, I should have had a charge on the Hawkeye folding camera from when I grabbed this clue here. So the Art Student grabs us a clue. And we shuffle the cards back in. Did we get an Astounding Revelation? We did not. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we put 1 action, which was to play that. Second action is we will investigate. We are at 5v3 because there's 1 investigator's allocation. Raise this round to 3. That is -2. We do not fail. And let's see. This is for each investigator, it gets +1 shroud. So we can play Crack the Case. And the shroud is higher, so we get 3 resources. So we'll play Crack the Case to get 3 resources. Not too shabby. And then we will discard the Art Student to get rid of this Threads of Reality, because you can discard an asset you control to discard the Threads of Reality. So we have taken now That was our second action was the investigate. Third action was to do that. And then we will Pathfinder in here. And it seems like we're doing all right. Okay. So what has Tony got going on here? Not much. Let's see, we could figure out which one of those upstairs hallways we want to be at. We could just start drawing for Leo DeLuca, though. Not that we could afford to play him, though, so what's the point? Yeah, I don't think there's a good point to that. I think we'll just try to... It'll take us 3 actions to move and move. And at this location, it's the upstairs. It is the bedroom. You can just take 2 actions to discard all weakness treacheries from your threat area. There are 2 clues here. Victory point 1. And investigators in the bedroom can spend 2 clues as a group. Remember that the investigators found a correct mirror. We will go ahead and spend 2 of Tony's clues to do that. Exactly. So we'll put a little marker there. And then there are 2 clues that he can pick up. Okay, that's it. It's time for upkeep. Tony will draw Dynamite Blast. Now, if we ever drew any ghouls, that would be useful. And then Mandy is going to draw Sharp Vision. Well, that'll be excellent for the attic. So, go ahead and add 6 resources. Okay. Oh, we forgot to power up her camera. So yeah, her intellect is now 6. So she's got 4 willpower. Yeah, she's doing good. Okay, so the agenda is going to advance. And we are on to, oh, hey, it's the unnameable. Shows up. Spawns in the attic or the upstairs hallway. He's a aloof hunter, cannot be defeated. He does 2 damage to horror. Ouch. So for each of the following, which are true, he gets -1 negative fight. Found a cracked mirror, which we did. Studied a desecrated portrait, we did. Or noticed the missing bones, which we did. So he is actually a 2/2. So we can do damage to him, or we can evade him. He is aloof. Because we have this, the thing with no name. Agenda 2. You felt an evil presence lurking here ever since you arrived. The entity defies all description. At times it appears formless. At others it embodies myriad shapes and features. You can sometimes pick out a particular aspect, an eye, a horn, a blemish, but it disappears as soon as you focus on it. Each swarm of rats gains swarming 1. At the start of your turn, if the unnameable is ready and at your location, you test 2 willpower. If you fail, it attacks you, even if it is not engaged. So I can do that while it's aloof. So, all right. Yuck. All right, Mandy will get, or no, Tony will get, okay, the Lumbering Gug. Okay, he's forced after he exhausted, is not ready during the next upkeep phase. He does 2 damage to horror. That's kind of a problem, actually. So we will put a bounty on it. I'm tempted to put a lot of bounties on it because I'm not going to be evading it, I don't think. I don't really have a good way of evading it. So we're at 5, 6, 7 to beat 4 with the Derringer. This Long Colt, I think we want to put 2 bounties on it. Make it easier for me to hit with this Long Colt. Actually, being up by 2 is fine. Okay, no, we'll just do 1. All right, so that's that. Okay, and then Mandy will get not an enemy, please. Oh no, swarm of rats, which gets swarming. Okay, this is a problem with her. Well, she's evading 3v3. Oh man, hopefully she can rook for something she needs. I don't think we put a bounty on those. No, we'll put a bounty on it. Let's see. He doesn't have enough actions. I think before the round begins, we will Mr. Rook. I think here we go 9 deep, what would we be looking for? We've already used both of our I've got a plans, right? You don't have any minor matters. Well, we're going to go... We could get the segment of onyx to exhaust the rats. Feels bad, but I think I'll do that. Okay, I'm going to go 12 deep looking for the other segment of onyx. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Yeah. So, called evidence, we don't really want to use that. Stunning revelation would get us money or charges. I think we'll take the charges and we'll take the segment of onyx. Yeah, so we'll put a charge back on Mr. Rook. Then we will spend 3 resources to put all 3 segment of onyxes into play, which then you put them aside. I'll put the pendant of the queen out, and it's got 3 secrets on it, 3 charges. And then we can exhaust it using one of the charges and evade the swarm of rats. Okay, so that is, she hasn't taken any actions yet. All that was all fast. So she will Pathfinder into the upstairs hallway. She will spend 2 clues, I think, to reveal the attic. Is it put it into play or is it reveal it? Okay, we put the attic location into play. Alright, she still has not taken an action because she did the Pathfinder. So she will move into the attic for an action. So it is a 4 shroud, 2 clues. Investigators of the attic spend 2 clues as a group. Deep within a pile of monstrous bones, you see a glint of silver. Remember, the investigators recovered a strange key. So we are looking to find a key here. So we will investigate. We will commit a sharp vision. So we are at 6, 7, 8, 9 before. We want to succeed by 2. This is our second action. Okay, that is -2. 9, 8, 7. We still succeed by 2. And we get both clues. We will spend both those clues to remember that we found a key. So I'll put a thing there. And then we will, we get to charge up the camera again. So she's got a little extra sanity. We're going to let the unnameable come over here so that it's kind of not, you know, as far as it needs to be. I don't think. Or do we go ahead and move? You kind of don't want it to be there. Yeah. Okay, so we will we'll stay here, and then we can let it move to us. So for our last section, we'll just go ahead and draw a card. She draws Randolph Carter. Okay. We could give us willpower and intellect. So that's pretty nice. Okay. So Tony needs to do Tony things. So he takes a shot with the Derringer. So he's at 5, 6, 7 to beat 4 on this lumbering Gug. This is his free action. Actually, we will commit the Vicious Blow. So we're 8 to beat 4. So we want to succeed by 2. For multiple reasons. Okay, that is -1. So we succeed by 2. So we do the 2 damage from the Derringer, and we do the 1 damage from the Vicious Blow. And we get to tap the Lucky Cigarette Case to draw a card, and we get another Switchblade. Nice. Okay, we'll take another shot with the Derringer. This is his first actual action. So we're at 5, 6, 7 to beat 4. Okay, that is -2. Yeah. So you do not fail, but we only do 1 damage, but it's okay. And then he'll use a shot off of the Long Colt. So we're at 5, 6, 7 to beat 4. Elder Sign is +1 bounty on bounty contracts. Nice. Okay, we get an extra bounty. And we get a bounty for killing him, and we get a resource. And he is dead. With 1 action to spare, actually. So cool. I can commit the Long Colt to investigate, which seems good. So we'll commit his other Long Colt to investigate. We are at 3, 4, 5 to beat 3. Okay, that is -2. So we get a clue. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll ready everything up. Tony draws. Take the initiative. Mandy. Oh, another Pathfinder. Oh my gosh. Seems very worth it to get that in play, but it seems worth it to get Randolph into play too. So I don't know. Oh man. Okay. So I'll put 1 Doom here, and we'll draw. Tony gets a locked door at the attached location with the most clues. Okay. Okay. And then Mandy will get another swarm of rats. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, then Tony will put a bounty contract on the swarm of rats. So he could move, free attack, and move. I think that is what we want to do, because we don't want to waste these guys already. Or, we could just leave them. Yes, I think that makes more sense. I think we won't put the bounty on the rats, because we're just going to try to power past them. Yeah. Okay, so we will we'll spend the charge on the Pennant of the Queen to exhaust rats. Wow, just feel like I'm... Well, before she does that, she has to test this willpower test. So she's going at 4B2 to hopefully not get attacked by the unnameable. -4. She does get attacked by the unnameable. So she will take damage and horror on Mr. Rook. and damage and horror on herself. Now she exhausts the rats. She spends 3 resources to put down another Pathfinder. She'll tap both of her Pathfinders to move and move through this doorway. So this is the library. As an additional cost to investigate the library, you must either lose 1 action or take 1 horror. There are 2 clues here. Investigation of the library spends 2 clues. As a group, you read a strange journal entry regarding one of the graves in the burial ground outside. Put this aside unmarked tomb location into play. So you want those 2 clues. Let's see. We have 2 actions left. So the first thing we'll do is we will Mr. Rook. Now, have we hit both of our occult evidence? We have not. So we could save ourselves a horror if we were to find an occult evidence. So we are going to go 9 deep, or 12 deep. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Also, a deduction would have the same effect, but all right. A sharp vision would also do it. Okay, so well, we can grab the occult evidence, and we'll grab the clue. So that's nice. Let's see what else we've got. So we get to actually draw a card. At this point, I don't care that much about what card do we want. Card case is no good. Sharp vision is not good. Lucky is just good in general. Logical reasoning would allow us to heal horror, but maybe we just grab the no stone and turn to help Tony get Leo out. I think I will do that actually. So do we take the horror, or do we take the action, or do we take a resource? I think I take a horror, and then I get the to get the clue, and I take a resource so I can put Randolph Carter out next turn. I think that makes the most sense. So, it's when you discover a clue. Oh, it's an additional cost to investigate. Oof. All right, so we'll take another horror. At least we got extra sanity from the Hawkeye Foley camera. We're going to investigate. We're at 6v1, which seems good. Okay, that is -2. And we'll get the clue. Okay. Then for our last action, we will take a resource, which will allow us to put out Randall Carter. All right, so now is Tony's turn. Tony is going to move. And she can actually, we'll spend the 2 clues. Mandy will spend the 2 clues to put the tomb into play. All right, so, and then, so he moved and moved. The swarm of rats engage him. Because he gets free action to shoot them with the long Colt. So we are at 5, 6, 7 to beat 1. No, 5, 6 to beat 1. -2. Okay, they are both dead. He gets a resource and a bounty. This goes back under Mandy's deck. Next one, Rats is dead. He's got one more action. What might he do with his last action? Draw for Leo? Is that a thing? Or do we just start I don't think I want to get too far away. So yeah, we'll just draw a card and hope it's not a weakness. Okay, evidence. Might be useful later, I guess. I don't know. Probably not. I don't think there's like a lot of cool stuff that needs to happen. That's gonna happen. But okay, the unnameable moves here. This one runs readies. And oh, he got to sorry, I should have lucky cigarette cased and he would have drawn a quick thinking. Okay. Now upkeep, he'll draw a sleight of hand. It's good for nothing. Committing icons. Okay. Just pen it somewhere more useful. And Mandy will draw. Or rather, no stone unturned. Okay. The problem with the no stone unturned is she still has to have the resources to pay for it. And she doesn't really have a good way of generating resources at this point. I'd like to get Leo out, for sure, if I can. But I think it's more important for me to get Randolph out. Okay. So, we are at 206 Doom. And Tony. That should have been gone a long time ago. We'll get just memories. Put in your third area. Another card into your start area. Choose and discard one card from your hand. Okay? That's actually not a big deal because we have like the sleight of hand. It has 3 willpower to get rid of it. Mandy can probably pass that. Okay. And Mandy draws a gold minion, which goes into the burial ground. And yeah, we will put a bounty on that. Mandy will spend 3 resources for the first action to Randolph Carter. Put Randolph Carter out in her charisma slot here. So her willpower is good now. We'll go ahead and just pen in the queen right away. So to grab this clue. So if it has no charges, we're going to shuffle back in the segments of Onyx into her deck. We could go about grabbing the segments of Onyx, but we don't have any resources to play it yet. So, it'll be nice to for exhausting the unnameable later on. But right now I'm okay with just kind of drawing into it. So she has 2 actions left, but she is going to Pathfinder. Second action, she's going to test Tony's deceptive memories. And she is at 3, 4, 5. She's up by 2. Oh, auto fail. Okay, she's going to test it again, I suppose. Or does she keep on going? No, because, yeah, she'll test it again. She's going to have to deal with the unnameable, but it's not a big deal. Alright, -2. It's gone. Too bad I can't kill that gold minion in the next location where he'd actually be able to get a clue. But I could put 3 damage on the unnameable right now with a dynamite blast. Is it worth it? And what else is he going to use his resources for? I think I'm actually going to do that. So he spends 5 resources to put 5 resources to put to play Dynamite Blast, which puts 3 damage on the unnameable. There are things later that might require that. Pardon my camera adjustment there. Okay, so that was action 1. Action 2, meaning he will take his free action to fire with the Colt. So he is at 5/6 V2. Of course, now I'm going to draw Leo and not have the resource to pay for him. Okay, that's -2. So we do the lucky cigarette case. Steadfast. Okay. And the gold minion is dead. And he gets a bounty and a resource. Okay, so it's Dynamite Blast, move, free action to attack. We get 1 action left. Do we want to move into the unmarked tomb, leaving Mandy potentially stranded? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's the thing, we have 9 cards in our hand. I feel like at this point, we don't really care about the Derringer that much. We'll just discard it, and we'll spend 2 resources to play a Switchblade, which is fast, with reliable on it. So that's pretty good. Maybe we will move in so that we can take the initiative on Investigate. No, because Mandy can get clues. We'll take a resource just so that if Leo shows up, we're good. Okay, so these are both fast, right? The Switchblade is, and this is, yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, so the unnameable. We've only has 3 damage. We'll hunt. We're on to Mandy. Still aloof. The swarm of rats will move. And then Tony will draw Tony's quarry. Okay. Is this going to cause the agenda to advance? It might. No, it's a 16 threshold, so we're okay. Alright. Did we get a resource? No, we did not. Okay. We're not going to put a... We're not going after that guy. Okay. So here we get a card and resource. We get Hawkeye folding camera. It's icons. I mean, her willpower is, you know, up to a 5 is good. Intellect is up to a 7. Alright, so we are at 4 of 6 doom. And we will draw. Tony will draw. Swarm of rats. Okay. We'll put a bounty on it. And Mandy will draw Night Terrors. Okay. This is after you fail a skill test, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, draw each weakness revealed this way, and remove the other card from the game. Okay. That could be bad because of hitting segments of Onyx. So we really want to not trigger this. Okay. So she goes first. She's got to test a 2. She'll commit the Hawkeye folding camera to go 6 V2. Hopefully not get hit by this guy. Or did she save that? I think she saves it for testing Night Terrors. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So she's 3 up. She's 5 V2. -1. She passes. She doesn't get hit. Okay. We missed a rook for the segment of Onyx, I guess. What are we going to hit that's of use to us? I think the first thing we will do is we will test this Night Terrors. Actually, we will go ahead and Mr. Rook. We're going to grab 2 cards. We're going 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are going for the segments of Onyx. Here's one of them. There's 2 of them. Oh, Sharp Vision would be good, though. Okay, we'll grab a segment of Onyx and a Sharp Vision. lose a charge. Mr. Rook. Okay, so we've taken no actions yet. Okay, we're gonna do this willpower test. We're at 5v4. We'll commit the Hawkeye folding camera. 6v4, and one of her no stone turns to be 7v4. Doesn't make sense to go 3 up. We'll just go 2 up. All right, so 6v4. Like -3, there's only one -3 in the bag, so committing a card for 1 doesn't feel like it's that big a deal. Okay, that is -2 plus Randolph Carter. We can draw 2 cards, so we'll tap him and draw 2 cards, and we will get here, Laboratory Assistant and a Curiosity, which is worth like $1 billion right now. So she has how many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, she's got loads of cards. Okay, cool. So this Night Terrors is gone. Alright, so she's taken how many actions? She took 1 action to do that. Alright, so she will Pathfinder and Pathfinder to move here and here. And this is, there are 2 clues, victory point 1, objective. At the end of the round of each undefeated investigator to the unmarked tomb, and the investigators recovered a strange key, which we have, advance the act. So we can get these 2 clues, then we can advance the act. So cool. Alright. So she will investigate. This is her second action. Committing Sharp Vision, which gets her 7, 8, 9, 10. B3. -1. We definitely succeed by 2. So we get both clues. So we can advance at the end of this round. Cool. Alright. And we have an extra action. And we will take a resource because we want to be able to, when we get the segments of Onyx, play all 3 of them. So with any luck, next turn we can Mr. Rook. How many cards does she have left in her deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So we can for sure pull 1, but we want to try to pull 2. So, alright. So Tony is going to hit the swarm of rats with the switchblade. He's at 5, 6, 7. This is not exhausted. So we're at 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. 8, we have to succeed by 2 to get 2 damage. 8v1, I think we'll succeed by 2 if we manage to succeed at all. Okay, -1. So they are both dead. And we get to lug a cigarette case. And that was a free action, right? So we still have 3 actions left. Lug a cigarette case gets us steadfast. All right. Oh, we're going to have to discard cards, unfortunately. But we're still looking for that Leo DeLuca, so we have ways to not take horror. Okay, and we move in here. We still have lots of actions. So we have 2 actions left. We're just going to draw cards. We're going to draw a card. We get an easy mark. Okay, we'll go ahead and play that easy mark to get 2 resources and draw a card, which is a quick thinking. All right. All right, the unnameable is going to move to the burial ground. Swarm of rats is going to move to the entryway. And Tony is going to draw a card. He gets momentum, finally. and a resource. I say finally just because I like seeing my upgrade cards. He does have to ditch a card. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So which of these cards is the most unuseful? I'm going to say the sleight of hand, probably. So we'll get rid of that. And the Lucky Cigarette case is a willpower icon, but we have the Steadfast. So I'm going to go ahead and ditch the Lucky Cigarette case. Alright, and the Mandy. Okay, a Lucky. Always happy to see a Lucky. Okay, and she has enough resources to play Segments of Onyx if we can manage to get them. So the reason I would like it is to exhaust the unnameable when aloof becomes not a thing. Okay, so it's the end of the round. We will go ahead and if we're all here, right? Yeah, if each investigator advance the act. Okay, so we're there. We're going to advance the act. The tomb opens into a staircase that stretches deep underground before disappearing into the darkness. Set the unnameable aside. It keeps all tokens and attachments. So it keeps us 3 damage. Good for us. Remove each location from the game or place it in the victory display that has victory X and no clues on it. Okay, so that would be this one, and 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 this one. So, yeah, we've got one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 victory points. Definitely happy with that. We'll put these in our nice little victory display over here. Okay, investigators are not defeated. Other enemies, attachments, and locations are discarded. Okay, so I guess we'll discard this enemy. Card goes under her deck, I assume. Okay, and then I will clean this up, and then we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I'll just finish reading these setup instructions, which I've already done. Oh, and there was one more victory point. We actually got 7 victory points because I had forgotten about the unmarked tomb. Okay, so anyway, we shuffle aside, set aside mysterious stairs locations and put 5 of them into play in a vertical line. Well, I put them in a horizontal line because of how I'm shooting this video. Place each investigator and set aside the unnameable enemy at the topmost stairs location. That would be the leftmost, revealing it. So we'll go ahead and reveal this location. Okay, which says mysterious stairs connected to locations above it and to below it, to left and the right. Forest from this location is revealed. Place 2 resources on it. While there are resources on this location, investigators of this location cannot move or resign. You can test your lowest skill at 2. If successful, discard resources from this 1 resource from this location. Okay, so there are 2 resources here. Search the encounter discard pile for copies of Locked Door and Secrets in the Attic, and remove this from the game, which I have done, and then shuffle each set-aside copy of Endless Descent into the encounter deck. There's 4 of those, along with the encounter discard pile, so I've created that. Okay, and now let's look at the new act. So, the endless stairs. The steps seem to descend forever. Every time you think you're nearing the end, you round another corner and see 100 more. While the bottommost mysterious stair location is revealed, it gains action Resign. And then objective reach the bottom of the stairs if each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. So if we can get to the rightmost location and resign, then we get out of here. Now fortunately we got here with enough time that the unnameable is still aloof. So that's pretty cool. So now we draw, we're at 406 Doom. And Tony will get, okay, Indescribable Apparition. Okay, you get -1 to each of your skills while the unnameable is at your location. Take 2 actions and discard that. Okay. I don't think I'm too worried about that. We'll see. And then, okay, Threads of Reality. So we're going to probably put it on one of our Pathfinders. I don't think we need 2 Pathfinders now. So we're probably okay. Alright, so I think the first thing is before the investigation phase begins, we'll use a free trigger before that because just make sure when his test is, or that test is at the start of your turn. Yeah, so before the investigation phase begins, before anybody takes a turn, we'll do the free trigger and Mr. Rook will look. We're going to go, how many deep? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 deep looking for 2, hoping to find 2 segments of onyx. Okay, there's 1. 2, okay, cool. So we found the 2 segments of onyx. She will spend 3 resources to play all 3 of them fast. Oh, you can only play it during your turn though, right? Yeah. You can only play assets during your turn. So we do have to do this test of the willpower of the unnameable, which is fine. Okay, so we are at 3, 4, 5 to beat 2. The skulls are now worth -3, so that's the thing to be wary of, but we're okay. Okay, -1. We don't take damage and horror from him. Alright, so now we will spend those 3 and play the 3 segments of onyx, which becomes the Pendant of the Queen. 3 charges on it. And we will exhaust it. Remove 1 of those charges to exhaust the unnameable so that he's not going to pursue us and we don't have to worry about having to pass that test for Tony. Alright, so now she's got to beat this test for the to get those 2 things. So just test her weakest stat, which is her combat. She has to beat 2. So what can she throw at this to beat 2? Well, she's got a lucky. She doesn't have resource to play it though. I think it's worth taking a resource before we do these 2 tests, so that she can lucky 1 of them. All right. So, are we not gonna have? Are we gonna have enough resources to play this no stone unturned? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see what Tony can throw her. He could throw her a quick thinking. Is that really good, though? Sure, he's got 2 of them, so she probably won't succeed by a lot, but it's fine. Okay, so she will commit the occult evidence and the no stone unturned, and so she's at 1, 2, 3, 4 to beat 2 with a lucky in hand. So. Okay, that is -2, but she does get to exhaust Randolph Carter and draw 2 cards. So she gets I've Got a Plan, which has a combat icon, and Curiosity, which has a lot of icons. Okay. Sadly, the quick thinking does not go off, but it's okay. Alright, so we remove 1 resource. Now we need to pass this next test. I think Tony will go ahead and commit Steadfast, which he has 3 sanity and 8. Yeah, so it's worth 3 combat icons. So she's at 4 B2 with a lucky hand. Seems good. So she will go 4 B2. This is her 3rd action. Okay, -4. Okay, so she'll spend her resource and play lucky. And then she'll pass. I think we're probably going to have to do this one again, actually. But okay, now she can leave this location, so she's going to use one of her pathfinders, the one that's not Threads of Reality up, and she'll move in, and we'll see what we have to do here. So this one is, okay, as an additional cost for you to move or reside in this location, you must discard one or more cards from your hand with at least 2 instances of the same skill icon among them. Okay, so that one's not too hard. She's got loads of skills. Okay, so that was the end of her turn. He's committed. Alright. She's got the curiosities. We'll do fine. Okay, so I think there's something that requires us to have damage on the unnameable. I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like it's 4 damage at least we need to have, so there's no reason for Tony not to just put some damage on it. So he's gonna he's at 5, 6, 7, 8, B2 with the switchblade. Okay, that is -1. So he succeeded by 2. He'll get the lucky cigarette case and draw internal injury. Ooh, that is 1 direct damage. Okay, we're probably okay with that, honestly. Okay, so we did 2 more damage to it. It's just got 5 damage on it. Okay. Yeah, so... Oh, actually, I forgot about this indescribable apparition, but whatever. Okay, so we will... I should have put a bounty on when he came in, just so I'd have free actions against him. It's not like I'm starving for bounties. Okay, and then his last action, he will move, and he will, he'll drop... an evidence, discard an evidence, which has 2 intellect icons, which lets me move here. So we're at the midway point, at least. This is, while there's a ready enemy at this location. Okay, search the encounter deck you discard for a ghoul enemy and spawn at this location. Oh no. Well, actually, that's not too bad. Okay, well, okay. Cannot move or resign. Okay, that's fine. So, a ghoul enemy. We'll find a ghoul enemy. So we'll grab this guy. He's a 2/2/2, and we'll put a bounty on him. Which gives us a free action to attack him. So we'll attack him with a switchblade at 8v2. Okay, +1. 2 damage is good enough. Ghoul minion is dead. Alright. So that's the end of that. The unnameable readies. And Tony draws, finally, a Leo DeLuca. If I can get him into play, I'll be a lot happier. And then Mandy will draw Eureka. Okay. And a resource. Okay. We're at 5/6/2. And we'll draw counters. Tony will get another ghoul minion. Okay. And he'll put a bounty on it. And then Mandy will get an obscuring fog. Okay. That is a blank. I think, well, so Tony has to go first, right? Yeah. So he will take his free attack against the ghoul minion. Oh, and we actually got a resource, actually, from killing that last one. Not that he needs it, but... Alright, so we're at 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and he would have taken direct damage from the internal entry. Alright. 8v2. That is revealing a token if you fail. Okay, we do not fail. Ghoul minion is dead, and we get another resource. So its first actual action, we're going to spend 6 resources to finally get our nice Leo DeLuca into play. Oh, and we tap the Lurgy Cigarette Case. Draw a card. Gotta watch this. Nice. So Leo is now into play. I mean, that cold doesn't matter, so it's out of ammo. Alright, so now we have 3 actions left. So we'll take an action to move to the mysterious stairs, and we'll see what this is. Okay. While there are clues in this location, investigators cannot move or resign. Okay. That is plenty fine. Mandy can get those clues. It's not a big deal. I don't think we have a way to get clues here. But I think we'll just take 2 actions to clear internal injury. And we're fine. Okay. So, I think, yeah, Mandy will just, she'll use her Pathfinder to move here. She will use her segment of the Onyx to get a clue. Then she's going to investigate 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we want to commit Eureka to this? Might as well. To be 8 before. That is -2. And so after the test symbol is revealed, we tap him, we draw 2 cards. So we'll get Calling in Favors and a Lucky is nice. And then we will look at the top. We'll look at all the cards and just pick one because of Eureka. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe logical reason. Oh, you got the last clue, right? I don't know. I think the timing on Correct the Case, actually, we could probably play it, but because this is if and this is after, sure. Okay, we'll grab it. And then, because that's if the test is successful, investigator performs, and then after, discovers the last remaining clue. I'm pretty sure. I'll check the timing on that. But anyway, I'll play Crack the Case and get 3, 4 resources, which is fine. I don't know that we actually need the resources. But anyway, we got this last clue. Yeah. So that was, she Pathfindered, she moved, she investigated. She has 1 more action left. She is going to discard Mr. Rook for her last action to get rid of this threads reality. That makes no sense, actually. that makes no sense. She'll just move into this mysterious stairs, and we'll find out what the last thing we have to do is. It's okay. Okay. After you enter this location, lose 1 action. That's perfectly fine because she can just, he doesn't have any actions to lose. So. Cool. Alright, the unnameable moves to the next location. And everything. Tony will get momentum. Cool card. Hasn't been useful, but alright. And then Mandy will get a deduction. She's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what will we get rid of? Probably Calling in Favors, I guess. I don't think it actually matters that much. Did I grab a resource? I don't think I grabbed a resource. Okay. Alright, so now we are at 6 doom. Time is running short. The entity, which before had seemed content to loom and observe you from afar, now swells with power and pursues you with a relentless ferocity. It writhes and thrashes seemingly everywhere at once. You have to hurry and confront your fears, or you will never find your way into the Dreamlands. Shuffling the counter discard pile into the encounter deck. Which is good. A little bit, just because I don't want to get one of those treacheries that makes, that's going to pull that leftmost mysterious stairs in. So I'd rather dilute the deck. And then we have a new agenda, which is the dead with no name. Each swarm of rats gains swarming 2. The unnameable loses a loot and gains massive. And so at the start of your turn, if the enable is at your location, it has 2 willpower. If you fail, it attacks you, even if it's not engaged. Cool. Alright. So, Tony will get Crypt Chill. Okay, we're going to lose we'll lose his Long Colt. It's not a big deal at all. So we're going to get 2v4. -1. Okay. His Long Colt is gone. And Mandy will get Indescribable Apparition. Okay, same thing. -1 to all her skills. It doesn't really matter because she is just going to resign. And that is the end of that. Okay. And then Tony will move into the Mysterious Stairs. He loses 1 action. He's still got 2 actions left. And he will resign. So, excellent. We get to read the flavor text now. The forlorn cries of the unnameable creature, whatever it is or once was, echo throughout the unnatural cavern far above you. It cannot reach us down here, Randolph says, letting out a sigh of relief. It was a harrowing descent, but you are finally safe from the indescribable thing. Even so, your safety is fleeting. The stairway coils below you with no end in sight. Windows in the spire's stone wall overlook an endless landscape of rocky crags and barren peaks, dimly lit by gray phosphorus light. You are still many miles above the floor of the subterranean world, and who knows what horrors you may find once you arrive. This is only the beginning, Randolph warns. There is no turning back now. Are you ready to proceed? Yes, we're ready to proceed. We didn't do all that just to turn around, I'll tell you that much. So, anyway, a good R1. We got 7 VP. And we get to keep the key, which is this, if we want it. There's an accessory slot when you would take horror, exhaust silver key, and cancel one of that horror. I don't know. I mean, I guess Tony can run it instead of Lucky Cigarette Case. It competes with Mandy for the Pendant of the Queen, which I really just don't want to mess with. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Maybe get some feedback on the Mythos Busters Discord. They tell me how to play. Anyway, okay, so here's our 7 VP, and very happy. They really crushed this one. It helps. It helps when Tony gets a weapon out. Not gonna lie, that's a good thing for Tony to be able to get the weapon out. So, and getting Rook out at the beginning was very good for Mandy. So far, I'm digging the Mandy 40 card deck. I'm still a little bit concerned about just what happens if you don't get any searches right at the beginning, but she seems to be doing okay. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. That was 1,000 Shapes of Horror, and next we'll be going back to the Dreamlands. We're going to the Dark Side of the Moon with Luke and Tommy. So look forward to that, and I will see you guys next time on Winging It.